Hi there. So this video is continuing on from the first assembly video. But in this video we're going to be adding the arms and the hands. So go back to my model that I had created so far. So I've got the legs added and they were constrained for some movement there. The body was fixed, the waist is constrained to that, and the head had some movement still as well, but still constrained to the body there as well. So first of all, going up to place, I'm going for an arm there. So you only have one arm, so we can click open, and then we can constrain that there, and then we can press escape to get rid of that. So I'm just going to rotate that round, okay, and we're going to constrain that. So first of all, we're going to go for a center axis constraint. So clicking the center axis there, hovering over this hole here. You might find you need to zoom in or out to get that center axis showing, and there we are there, okay. If it goes in that way, it's kind of going backwards for me. There, you can flip that round using the solution there and click apply. So I'm going to close that to show you what freedom of movement this has. So I can still move in and out there, but you see it's so always pivots on that center axis. Okay. So we'll add one more constraint. So constraint here, constrain the side of that body there to the inside of that arm there. And we can click apply. You'll find now that that arm is constrained to that body. Okay, so it's going to stay right next to it. It can still rotate round, okay, because we've not constrained that degree of movement. Next up, we're going to get place again, and this time I'm going to find the hand. Click open, and then we can just place one hand in there, and again press escape. So we're going to add a couple of constraints here. So again, we're going to add a center axis constraint between there and the center of that arm there. Again, so it flips all the way around, just hit a different solution, we go for pose, click apply there. Just close that to show you what we've got going on. Okay, so that hand can still move, you can now move in and out, but it's always moving on that center axis. We'll add one more constraint to that hand, and a constraint, and this time we're going to select a tangent constraint. So click tangent, okay, so constrain this curved surface, it's going to be a tangent to our flat surface there. Okay, basically meaning that curve at one point will touch that flat surface, and then we're going to click apply, and we'll close that there. You find the hand is now part of the arm there. Okay. So I mentioned when I added the right arm there that you don't actually have a left arm, and that's because we're going to mirror it to create the arm on the other side there. So first of all, we need to know where we are mirroring it round. Okay, so we're going to go into the waist, click the little plus symbol there, okay, we're going to go down, work plane free is in the center there, okay, so on work plane free, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to turn on visibility, okay, and that means that we've got that to work with now, okay, close that there, I'm going to select, so I'm clicking on the hand, holding shift and clicking on the arm, so I've now got the hand and the arm selected. Okay. Going up to mirror here, you see the components have already been added, okay, so I'm going to click the red arrow here, because that's saying it's not got anything to mirror around yet, and then we're going to click that plane that we've made visible. Click next, and basically what it's asking here is, it's saying this is the name of the file that you had already, and it's going to create a new name for it in the same folder that you had. So it has to create these parts, Inventor does. So that's what it's telling you it's doing there. So you can just click OK, you don't need to change those names. OK there. So we've now got an arm and a hand. Let's see if you'll find that they're not constrained. So we need to constrain those as well. It's just the same as what we did before. So going up to constraint, hover over in that there, getting the center axis, getting the center axis here, clicking apply, going inside of that arm there, to the body there, clicking apply. And it's probably worthwhile just dragging that arm out a little bit to make sure you can get those two surfaces clicked on. It can be hard if they're right together. So let's have a look now. So that is now constrained there. And you'll find the hand, because it's very constrained there, the relationship has been maintained. Okay, so that there already exists, so we don't need to reconstrain that there. So that there is our minifigure assembled. Okay. Some parts are fully constrained at the waist, it can't move relative to the body. The other parts are kind of partially constrained, but as much as we need them now. Right, the legs and the arms there as well. Okay. Just make sure you save your work there. You might want to turn off that plane in the middle. So we can always go back up to waste, go down to work plane free, right click on that there and turn off visibility. You can also have a go at this stage here, adding any props that you've made for your Lego minifigure to the minifigure itself.